Shameless plug here. I would like to let you guys know that I upload content on 2 other channels, one of those being my Let's Play channel, as well as my vlog channel. Both of those are down in the description below. If you guys could check those out and subscribe and or watch content, I would greatly appreciate it. I also do live stream on Twitch most days out of the week, anywhere from 3 to 5 days out of the week, starting around 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. And I go, it kind of varies how late I go, but usually it's a couple hours. If you could check those links out, they're down in the description. And let's get to the video. What's up, people? YouTube, this is Warlord bringing you guys another video to the channel, and today we are going to be talking about the LC10 submachine gun. I'm going to give you guys my opinion on this weapon. Is it good? Is it worth it? Is it something you should strive for the multiplayer aspect of Cold War? I'm probably going to test it out in Warzone and give you a completely different opinion on that, but just from the aspect of Cold War alone, is the LC10 worth it? Yes and no. I feel like it is a nice combination of an assault rifle and an SMG, but there are some issues with the weapon in my opinion. It feels very inconsistent, and I do want to put out there that I have had a lot of struggles with the Cold War multiplayer in general. It's probably my least skilled Call of Duty that I've ever played in my entire life, so take that with a grain of salt that I'm saying that I feel like it's inconsistent, but that could just be purely on my side. But the problems that I'm running into is it feels like in almost every scenario I get beat by almost every weapon, and that's going to be a common trend you're going to see with the new DLC weapons, at least in my reviews. I think it's powerful enough. I think that it is satisfying to get kills with it. It's a fun weapon to use, but I don't think that it's an amazing weapon either. I think there are a lot of other options that are much better. The 74U is a much better SMG. I think the MP5 is better. I think the Bullfrog is better. I don't necessarily think this is going to be a top tier weapon. I think the MAC-10 is still a better SMG. And overall, I think that this weapon is better than the assault rifle that they added, but not by much. Now, another thing that I would say is I feel like the best way to use this weapon is like an assault rifle. I feel like you have to kit it to be used as an assault rifle. Focus on bullet velocity, focus on range and control of the weapon. I didn't notice an extreme amount of recoil or anything crazy like that, but I do think that the way that this weapon performs best is with a lot of attachments that help with controlling it, range, and not necessarily getting up in people's faces, because I just feel like you get shredded by everything else within that range of fighting, whether it is the 74U or an MP5 or a Bullfrog, or even some of the assault rifles like the QBZ or the FAMAS. Those guns I would be afraid to take on up close with this SMG because it just doesn't perform the best there. It's like I said, it's not the worst. You know, I would still take this over the KSP. I would probably take this over the Milano. It's honestly, its most equivalent counterpart is probably Milano, aside from the fact that I think this is a better range advantage, which is why I'm stating that if you really hone in on using it at long range engagements, that's where it works best. I did play a lot of Nuketown with this, and that's kind of where I had to learn the hard way that this weapon does not work super well with close range engagements, and it's not very snappy in my opinion, and it just feels, like I said at the beginning, very inconsistent. And if you're going to be using this weapon for any sort of a competitive advantage, sticking to medium ranges, like medium lines of sight, if you're trying to think of, like, you know, maybe the sides of the buses in Nuketown, or if you're looking at Raid, for instance, staying by like the side of the pool, or kind of like by middle statue on the other side, you don't want to be shooting all the way across those open areas, but you want to be kind of medium range, because if you get up close, more than likely you're not gonna stand a chance. Now, I don't have every attachment unlocked for this. There could be attachments towards the end that are significantly better, that really help with a certain playstyle. I'm definitely going to mess around with it. I'm going to see if I can get some best class setups for this weapon and get something that performs really well and try to bring that video to you guys. But my initial opinion, my initial thought process on this weapon is it's subpar at best. It's a mid-class SMG. It's nothing crazy. It's probably the 3rd worst or the 4th best SMG, depending on how you want to look at it. I don't recommend running this as your primary, like, go-to SMG, but if you end up getting it and you really like it, by all means, tell me what your class is down in the comment section. I'll give it a shot, and if I really like it, I might make a video on it and discuss what I do and don't like about that class setup, or how it fits my playstyle. And of course, keep in mind, if you guys have a different playstyle than me, this might work a lot better for you. Anyways, I just wanted to make this video short and sweet and to the point. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope this gave you the information that you needed, and deuces.